So you guys don't know, there was already a B patch already. About like 1 day to the patch, there's already a new patch, and they did some balance changes. So we'll go over them. So first off, they nerfed Arkshan's mana and they nerfed Arkshan's AD ratio. Surprisingly, Arkshan is still one of the highest comps in the stats. So for the Invoker comp, they ended up nerfing Karma, they nerfed Soraka healing, like they double nerfed Soraka's healing, they nerfed Taric, and they also nerfed Taric's shield duration. This is a triple nerf to the Invoker comp. It might have been too much nerf, maybe not, we'll see though. Augments, they did end up nerfing. I actually think the Bard Silver Augment is now strip untakeable. The tier 3 one is too broken, but I don't see the tier 2 ones be taken. Just because you can't really re-roll a 2 cost as easily as like, you can't just like fast 8 for it, really. So you have to like roll on 6, and also the 2 cost aren't as like easily playable around as the 3 cost. And Think Fast was disabled. If you guys didn't know, Think Fast, you could roll for an extra 30 seconds, like during PvE round or PvP round, you can keep rolling forever, basically. And the freaking flyer. So the biggest changes is the Dead Eyes comps and the Invoker comps. So we'll look at the stats and look at the legend on what we should play now. So for comps wise, now we can see it in the stats. It's kind of new, so I'll update you guys if like stuff changes. But at top, we got Sork, Lux, and Taric. If you guys don't know, Lux got a pretty big buff. He can't be CC'd on his cast anymore, so he'll just lose all his mana. And Swain also got buffed, and Taric got buffed. So this comp is currently at the top, especially if you hit one of the augments for it. I see a lot of people right now. These are probably the 2 most common comps being played right now is Arkshan and Aphelios. And you see the play rate is really high for Aphelios right now, 1.5. That's actually like really high. And so like these 2 are like probably the most popular comps right now is Arkshan and Aphelios. I would consider them the same comp, to be honest. I think these are both really good. Also, Zeri, Urgot. I still mostly just be playing this as a pulled over opener, and I think it's really strong. Void Kaisa, I don't really consider it a real comp. As you see, the play rate is really low. Slayer Kill Poppy is still up there, but it's below 4.5, which is usually not that good. Like also Slayer Katarina and Zed, not that good. There's Katarina. I'm kind of surprised this low. I thought it would be a little bit higher, but maybe people are forcing a little bit too hard. As we can see, Challenger Sue and Kaisa are also following down. Wait, how come? What's the difference between Challenger? Oh, Challenger Kalista Yasuo. Oh wait, this is also like down here. As you can see, Invoker, Karma, and Taric. I actually think this comp is still. I actually think it's decent. And also I think it's better than Satsei. I don't think this comp deserves to be in the 5s. I think people are just playing it probably wrong. I just don't see how this comp's in the 5s. You don't stack Taric ever. You put your items on Shen for sure. Like Taric doesn't do as much in this comp because like Taric isn't an Invoker, so you always put your items on Shen. And I see a lot of people making that mistake actually. Okay, so for what legend should we go now that Bard is nerfed? I would recommend Ornn. I think Ornn is currently in meta. I could also see it being Poro and also seeing it still be Bard actually. But if you want to play like all the comps, I do think Ornn is the best legend. If you see here, Gold Collector is really good for, you want to go Arkshan or Aphelios. Trickster's Glass, really good for Arkshan. Eternal Winter, really good for Giovanni, which is good for Aphelios and Arkshan. Disfire Grasp is good for Sork comps. If you put it on like Lux. Rain of Owens, I don't really like that one. Affinity Force is not bad on Urgot or like any unit really. Magmazine is really good on Vel'Koz and maybe Luxus. Let me check. Is it good on Lux? It's mostly just good on Vel'Koz in the Sork comp. You just play 2 multicasters now as well. Cyber Focus, not bad on Arkshan. Visage, you put a tank. Cleaver is when it starts getting bad. These ones I don't really like that much. Hole Crusher with Tempo, Death Defiance on Urgot or Darius Noxus. Well, just Darius really. Maybe Urgot, you play Aphelios. But yeah, so I would recommend right now going back to the Ornn legend. I do think is the best. I could still see Bard being good, honestly, just because I actually like the tier 2 and the tier 3 more than other people thought they were. I actually thought they were better than people thought. People thought it was just a silver, but I thought the others were actually pretty good as well. And the best commons player now is probably going to be Sorks, Arkshan, Aphelios. If you have pulled over opener, and I still think Invokers are still good. I don't like challenge that much anymore, but we will see. And that is the P patch. See you guys. I'll keep you guys updated if stuff changes or there's like new legends popping up and stuff like that.